to my crochet bonnet tutorial. I hope that you guys will enjoy this piece. I really love this. So let me show you how to do it. So the first thing you'll need is this yarn, or any yarn really. I really like it. It just adds a nice look to the bonnet, and it has a lot of yarn, so it's great for other projects. And a 5mm crochet hook, some scissors, and I'm going to use this green yarn just to show you how to make the granny square. So first thing you're going to do is wrap it around your pointer finger and then wrap it around again, but at the back, and kind of hold onto it like so. Then you're going to go under one loop and kind of with your crochet hook part, you're going to hook that yarn and pull it forward. Now that we have this, that's what you want, okay? But you kind of want to do a twisting motion, reach over your pointer finger, grab that yarn and pull it through the one loop. Okay, once you've done that, that's just kind of like tying a knot. We're gonna go underneath this area here. We're gonna grab that same yarn, bring it forward. With 2 loops on our hook, we're gonna twist again, but twist on the top, grab that yarn, and pull it through those 2 loops, okay? So that's 1 stitch. We're gonna go do this again because we want a total of 8 stitches. So just keep doing that. 2 loops, reach over on the top, and then pull through those 2 loops. And then once I'm done my 8, I'll show you how to count because there's stitches all here on the top so you can see how many you've done. So now I'm going to remove my pointer finger and I'm going to get the short end of the string and I'm going to pull it, okay? This is going to close it off and make it kind of like a circle, but still we have to go in the top of the beginning stitch, so go across there underneath those 2 loops. Then we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook and pull through all of those loops like so. Then we are going to chain up 1 and wrap the yarn around our hook and start to make a double crochet stitch. So we're going underneath where we're standing. Then you're going to grab that yarn, pull it forward. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to wrap around, pull through 2, and then wrap around, pull through 2. So that's 1 stitch, but now we're going to make 2 double crochet stitches into 1 spot. So again, I'm going to make a double crochet stitch here, like so, and then I'm going to make a second one in the same stitch, okay? So we're basically making increases because we're making a flower, so each area of the flower will have 2 petals basically, okay? So I'm going to do that in all of the stitches and then I'll meet you guys once that's done. Once you're almost at the end, you're going to then make 2 double crochets into into that last stitch like we are here, but stop once you have 2 loops on that last double crochet stitch like now, and then we're going to go into the top of the beginning stitch just like we did before, and then once we've done that, we're going to wrap that yarn around and pull it through all those loops to complete the circle shape. Once we're done that, we're going to do what we did before, so we're going to chain up 1 and then we're going to make a double crochet stitch right under or where we're standing because that counts as the corner area. I'll show you soon. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to make sure you're going in between the stitches now, and we're going to make 3 double crochets in between the stitches, but you want to make sure those 2 double crochet stitches that we did are gathered together still. So I'm going to go under here and I'm going to make 3 double crochet stitches because this is kind of making the granny square shape now. So I'm going to do those stitches. And once I'm done these 3 double crochet stitches, you're just going to jump over those 2 stitches that are together, and then you're going to make 6 double crochet stitches right after those, okay? So this kind of makes that little corner shape. And then you just keep going. You keep jumping over 2 stitches, making 3 double crochet stitches. Then you jump over another 2 stitches and you make 6 double crochet stitches. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm kind of making that granny square shape. If you've made granny squares, you know what I'm talking about. Now that I've done all those corners, I'm going to do another jump over 2 and make 3 double crochet stitches. And then now I have 3 or 4 stitches left, but I'm going to still keep that same method, so I'm going to jump over 2 stitches and do 5. The reason why we're doing 5 double crochet stitches instead of 6 at this end part is because we already did that 1 double crochet stitch in the beginning, so it kind of counts as 6, okay? I don't know if this is legit, but I just learned that and that's just what I do, so I'm just showing you guys what I do. I'm not a professional in any shape, way, or form. So now that I've done that and I've attached the beginning with the end, I'm going to repeat by doing that 1 double crochet stitch. That'll be for the end of the granny square. Then I'm going to go in the middle of those 3 double crochet stitches that we made. Okay, so I'm going to go make 3 double crochets here, and then once I finish those, I'm going to move over and make another 3 double crochet stitches. Okay, so that's kind of how to make the granny square. So right in there, I'm going to make another 3 double crochet stitches. Once those 3 double crochet stitches are done, then you have to find the middle part of the 6 stitches, so which will be the 3rd stitch. So I'm going to count 3 stitches, and then I'm going to go in the middle of those stitches, and I'm going to make another 6 double crochet stitches in the middle. Okay, so you're going to repeat that process. So make double crochet stitches in the middle of the previous row, and so on. Once you get to the end and you have only one little section to do, jump over those 3 stitches, because that's kind of the method we're doing. So we have 5 here. We're going to jump in that 3, and we're going to make 5 double crochet stitches. Leave 2 loops on your hook and go into the top of the beginning stitch like so. And then you're going to wrap that yarn around and pull through all those loops. So now the granny square is done. So what you want to do is just cut off that yarn. You don't need it anymore, and then just pull that yarn through like so. So you will need a total of 7 granny squares for this project. So what I did was I just laid them out so that I made sure I had 7, because we don't need less or more. So I've divided them into 2 groups, and then that one that we'll need, I'm going to take 3 granny squares and I'm going to set them in kind of like this L shape. I also want to kind of set them where the tail is facing upwards. And then with this extra 7th one, it's going to kind of fit like this. So we're going to have to fold it down, but I'll show you guys how to do this. So we're going to attach the granny squares. So what we're going to do is we're going to poke our crochet hook in the corner. So you know how we have the corner of 6 double crochet stitch? You want to poke it through the 3rd double crochet stitch, and then also poke it through the 3rd double crochet stitch in the corner area, okay? So that we're starting right from the corner. We're going to wrap that yarn on our hook, then pull it through the panel, then we're going to chain up 1. Then we're going to make slip stitches to attach the panel. So poking through one side of the granny square to the other side, then we're going to wrap that yarn around our hook and pull through the panel, and then pull through the 1 loop. It's kind of hard to see with my fluffy yarn, but with yours, if you're doing this with different yarn, you could see that there's stitches here, so it's very easy to just go through here. There's no, it's like, yeah, there's just stitches there, so it makes it easy. Once you've attached that area, we're going to get the other 2 granny squares and we're going to attach them as well. So don't cut the yarn off just yet, because we need to poke through those corner areas. Then we need to wrap that yarn around our hook, pull it through that panel, and then pull it through that loop. So now all 4 are attached. So now I'm just going to also attach this area by making slip stitches. So I just want to show you what your piece should be looking like. They should be all attached right now, but you're just going to finish that row and attach it. Just like so, it is all attached, but now we're just going to cut that yarn off and then wrap it around and pull through that loop to secure it. And then just look at what we've made. I love it. And then we have to turn it back around and attach from the bottom to the top. Okay, so do the same method. You just have to find the corners of both of the granny squares. Then you place the yarn on your hook, pull through, chain up 1, and then start making slip stitches to attach all of the granny squares. Once you have it all attached like so, now it is time where I will show you the next part. So we have to grab the other 3 that we have and also attach these parts. So, and then it will fold down like this, but I'll show you that. So you're going to attach these 2 here, then you're going to attach those 2 there, okay? So now that those are attached, I'm also going to, like, this fold thing is going to fold down, but I have to show you guys how to attach that. So kind of maneuver your work so it's like sitting like this, okay? So we want to attach here and we want to attach there now, okay? So once I've done that, I'm then going to fold my work and then kind of fold it again to face me. And this is kind of the hood of our bonnet, so that's fully done. I'm going to turn my work this way because you need to also attach this end. So turn your work inside out and attach there. Then you also have to attach on the top area part because that's not attached yet, and then turn it inside out and do that. Once that's all attached, now it's time to work on the border. We're gonna turn our work upside down and facing this way. So I'm gonna poke my hook through the bonnet. I'm gonna place the yarn on my hook. I'm gonna pull through just like we have been, and then I'm gonna chain up one. And then I'm going to start making double crochet stitches along these stitches here. You'll be able to see it, it's kind of hard with my yarn, but yeah, so I'm gonna make a bunch of double crochet stitches all the way around the bottom of these granny squares. And if you run into a place where like there's a big hole, just try to make these double crochet stitches as close as possible because we don't want gaps in it. And once I finish the first round, I'm gonna then turn my work around, and facing the inside of my work, I'm just gonna pull that yarn just slightly and then make double crochet stitches again on top of the last row. Okay, we're not doing increases or decreases, so you're just following what you did the last row, just facing the opposite way. And I'm actually going to make 4 rows. Okay, once I'm done those 4 rows, I'm gonna cut that yarn. I'm completely done, and now we're gonna work on the other part of the bonnet, which is like this border area. Okay, I'm gonna turn my work sideways so that we get the right angle that we need, and we're gonna start from the border area. Okay, poke our crochet hook through just like we have been, place that yarn on, pull it through, chain up one, and make 4 rows around the border area. Okay, so this is just a method that I did. Feel free to like switch it up any way that you guys want, but this is kind of like the basic method. Again, if there are any big gaps, just try to make sure that you take that stitch out and then go a bit closer, because we can't really fix that loop, I don't think, once it's made. Once I've done my 4 rows, I do have my yarn still attached to my project. And so what I'm gonna do is just put my hook through the yarn, okay? And what I'm gonna do is make the string part of our bonnet, okay, so that we can close it. So I already have this situated like this, so I'm gonna turn my work around, and I'm gonna be facing the inside of my project, and I'm going to make 6 double crochet stitches. You can make more or less, but I'm gonna make 6 because that's how wide I want the string to be for my project. And so once I've done my 6 double crochet stitches, I kind of want it to be like the same height as the border, but I did what I felt like I wanted it to look like, but yeah. So once I've done my 6 double crochet stitches, I'm going to turn my work around, and then I'm going to make another 6 double crochet stitches. Now I'm going to keep making these 6 double crochet stitches until my string is as long as I want it to be, which in fact my string measured at 20 inches. So if you want yours a bit longer, go for it, but that's how long mine was. Now I'm going to repeat the process and do the other side. So poking that hook through, putting that yarn on, pulling it through, and then making those 6 double crochet stitches until it's 20 inches long. Tying your loose strings, and you are all done. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really like this project, so don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later for more. Bye bye.